Yep.
My name is Barbara Borland. My job during the day is I'm a radiologist. A radiologist is a doctor who reads x-rays, and my particular thing is that I read breast imaging, because for the last, I'd say 14 years, I have specialized solely in breast cancer detection. I'm not a treating doctor, I'm a diagnosing doctor. But you go, well, why are you here talking to us about this product here, Protandim, and its counterpart, True Science? There's two products that we're going to be talking about. Well, let me give you a very brief background as to why I got involved in this. It wasn't through my medical practice at all. It was through my husband. I've been married for going on 9 years to a wonderful man who, when I did meet him, I knew he had a little bit of a medical issue. It was minor, but he was, we're in our late 50s. This time we were, in our late 40s when we met. And I knew that he had some issues with fatigue, although not much. I mean, he's a real macho guy. He's a spear fisherman, scuba diver, loves to be out on the water all the time. And he certainly was very active when I met him. But over the course of several years after we got married, things just got to be a little bit worse for him. And every year got to be, it was a little bit of a downslide each year. And it got to the point where, although he could push himself through the day, and only because he's a kind of a stubborn guy and just refused to accept the fact that he had a problem, by the time he would get home every night, he would just get on the couch and he would pretty much collapse. He was very discouraged, very discouraged. And in fact, last December, when we took our yearly trip down to the Keys, we like to go down there to go lobstering. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been going lobstering. It's a very active activity. You're in a little boat, you jump out of the boat, in the boat, out of the boat, in the boat, and it takes a lot of exercise. He couldn't do it. And on the way home, very discouraged, and a little emotional when I talk about it, he said to me, that retirement that we're planning on starting in a few years, I don't think we're going to be able to do what I wanted to do. So you can tell he was really at the end of his rope. Now, this was not because he hadn't tried getting a cure. We had gone, of course, to all of our Western medicine doctors, and of course I just told him he was getting old, which he didn't accept, and neither did I. And we met a lot of wonderful natural health practitioners. We're really good friends with all of them now. We went to acupuncturists, we did the radical diets, we did every herb in the world, nutritional infusions, all these things, and honestly not a thing helped, unfortunately, despite everyone's best efforts. And we were introduced to Protandim back in the summer in June, by a friend of ours who said, oh, you got to take it. And just honestly, just to be nice, we bought a bottle and Jim started taking it. And about 2 weeks into taking this, he woke up one morning. We were on a little trip to see my mom in Texas. He woke up and he said, I feel a little different. And I think that's different is that I'm actually feel a little better. And we said, yeah, whatever. And next week, it got better. And the week after that, it got better. And now he's been on it for almost 6 months. And he's my man again.
Oh.
So when he started feeling better, I took this bottle and I went back and talked to Michael, who got us involved in this. I said, what is this? Can you please explain this to me? And what he did is he pointed me to the website for LifeVantage, which is the name of the company. And he also pointed me to another website called PubMed.gov. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. We're talking about two products. Protandim, which you heard about in the video, and then its sister product, True Science. True Science is Protandim that you place on the outside. Same formulation, but it's for the skin. So Protandim, Protandim is inside out, True Science is outside in. Let's see if I can work. I have a hard time running that whole deal. What happens to us, unfortunately, as we age, is that our body's ability to fight free radicals through this enzyme process gets a little bit out of tune. We start to lose our ability, once we hit the age of 20, we start to lose our ability to work at 100, have our bodies work at 100% in fighting free radicals. And things start to fall apart a little bit. Things get a little bit out of whack. And what Protandim does is that it goes on to the inside of our cells and retunes everything, such that our bodies, as you heard in the video, our bodies are able, once again, to function at the level of a 20-year-old. We have been taught through our lives, I think I have, and I'm sure you all have, about antioxidants, correct? Antioxidants are a great thing. Bravo for eating an excellent, healthy diet. It is the best thing you can do in terms of your diet is to eat properly. But antioxidants there's a problem with them in terms of their ultimate effectiveness. Yes, they do fight free radicals because one antioxidant, say you have a blueberry and you get an antioxidant out of your blueberry. I don't know how many are actually in one blueberry. I'm sure there's more than one, but there's a few. You eat a blueberry and it goes into your body and zap, it takes care of a few free radicals. The problem is that once it's used, it's gone. It can't eliminate another free radical after that. And you have 1 trillion of them. So how many blueberries do you have to eat every day? 1 trillion of the fire. Same thing with Protandim. That's what it does. It goes into our cells. It revs up our own body's ability to fight free radicals. And the great thing about it is that instead of it being a 1-to-1 ratio, one antioxidant to one free radical, it works 1 to 1,000,000. And it does that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never stops. As long as Protandim is in your system, revving up your own enzymes to fight, it's just... Okay, we know that oxidative stress, that imbalance between too many free radicals and not enough ability in our own body to fight free radicals, is associated with a multitude of chronic diseases. Not only is it involved in why we age, why we get older, but there are many, many diseases involved with the aging process that are under the umbrella of oxidative stress. Oxidative stress can be associated with cancer, heart disease, diabetes, hypertension, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, autism, the list goes on and on, rheumatoid arthritis. We know through scientific research that oxidative stress has an association with. Now, we do not make claims that Protandim will cure or treat these diseases because we don't really have all that research in yet. We have some. But what we can say is that we know by going to, I'm going to write this down, going to this website, pubmed.gov. By going to this website, we can look and see what Western medicine has been doing researching oxidative stress and all these diseases, and we will find out, and I have because I've gone to that website. I go there almost every day to look something up. We know that oxidative stress is absolutely associated with over 200 diseases. We also know through our research that Protandim reduces oxidative stress by 40% in all individuals. That this effect results in reduction in oxidative stress in all mammals, not just people, but all mammals, by 40% within 30 days. We also know that it reduces our oxidative stress levels down to the level that we had when we were 20 years old. Nothing bad with that, right? And what I want to just emphasize as I come to the end of my little talk is I just want to go back to what I started with, which is the scientific validity of this product. The video mentioned several research articles. We now have 9 peer-reviewed articles that have been published. Now, let's make sure everyone knows what peer review means. When a researcher, either a physician or a PhD, does research in their lab, they test a hypothesis. They want to find out if something is right or wrong. They create an experiment to prove whether it's right or wrong, and then they publish their data along with conclusions of their data, what this means. And then they wanted to have published because they want people throughout the world, throughout the scientific community, to know the results of their test. Well, they're not allowed to just publish it. Well, they could, but it wouldn't be accepted by any kind of recognized journal. In order for it to be published in a journal that other scientists read, they have to submit that scientific research paper to a committee of other physicians and PhD doctors, and they pick the data apart and they say, well, I think this was right, I don't think they did that right. Anyway, when you know that it has gone through the peer review process, you know that the experiment was done in a valid manner and that the conclusions that were reached are valid. Because if they were not, they would not be published. So that's what peer review means. We currently have 9 peer-reviewed studies already out. There are 23 on the way. I want to make a very good point, which is that the vast majority of these have nothing to do with the LifeVantage company. These are physicians and PhDs around the world, literally around the world, who have decided on their own, for themselves, that they want to use Protandim to test something, to investigate something. So they raise their own money, get their own grant dollars to support this research. So this is independently funded, peer-reviewed. We have 9, 23 in process. Can't wait to see what the rest of those are going to be. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I think we're going to see some exciting things come through over the next couple of years. We suspect that there's going to be some great information coming out to support what we already have heard about with diabetes. We already know that a lot of people who are on Protandim are having personal stories come forth saying that they have had improvements. That doesn't mean that Protandim treats diabetes. It means it helped that person. We're waiting for scientific research to come out that validates that, yes, as a matter of fact, it does. We expect it to. We also know that there's going to be some research coming out on recovery from exercise from the University of Florida. We're very excited to see that. But what I hope I have been able to get through to you is, number one, is how radically different this product is from anything that you have heard about before. This is a game changer in the fight against free radicals and oxidative stress. And so I just hope that I have imparted to you how exciting this product is, how it could change your life. If it doesn't change your life in terms of helping you with a specific problem, I know that 100% of the time it's making you a healthier person. I take it not because I'm a very healthy person. I don't have a specific problem that I'm hoping to improve. I take it for preventative purposes, and I will take it every day of my life. And so will my husband.